Hi Nana. See, in our previous video, we have learnt about Luther-Meyer classification. See, now we are learning about Mendeleev periodic table. Luther-Meyer and Mendeleev, both are contemporary scientists. That means they work in the same period. They belong to same period, and both of them have done similar work, almost identical work. Luther-Meyer has presented his classification in the form of a curve, whereas Mendeleev, he has presented his work in the form of a table, periodic table. So the first periodic table was given by Mendeleev. So all these things we learnt about in our previous video. Now we will learn some more points about Mendeleev periodic table. See, Mendeleev periodic table, it is based on periodic law. So what is the periodic law on which the this periodic table is constructed? Let us see this periodic law once. Mendeleev periodic law says that the properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic weights. So the meaning of this one is when elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic masses. So now let us see, in order to understand the meaning, let us see how the table is arranged. Mendeleev, by the time of Mendeleev, only 63 elements were known. Only 63 elements were known. That means up to uranium 92. Up to element whose atomic number is 92. So these elements were known. Okay. That means all 92 elements were not known. Only 63 elements up to atomic number 92. So that means in between there are so many elements missing. Okay. Right. See, Mendeleev, in his periodic table, there are 8 vertical columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertical columns. Okay. 8 vertical columns known as groups. Vertical columns. Vertical columns. Already we know what is vertical column. Vertical columns, how many? 8 vertical columns are there, and they are called as groups. How many groups are there? 8 groups are there in the original Mendeleev periodic table. Okay. And horizontal rows. 7 horizontal rows. So this is one horizontal row. This is another horizontal row. Another horizontal row. one horizontal row, another horizontal row, another horizontal row. Okay. Another horizontal row. So first three rows draw with little width. Okay, from fourth onwards, the width is more. Fifth horizontal row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next, seventh horizontal row. So the Mendeleev periodic table contains 7 horizontal rows. Seven horizontal rows. How many horizontal rows? Horizontal rows are is called 7. They are called as these horizontal rows. They are called as periods. They are called as periods. Okay. That means how many periods are there? 7 periods are there. So this is the first period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, sixth period, and 7 periods. They are represented by Arabic numbers. Vertical rows, they are represented by Roman numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are represented by Roman numbers. Okay, right. Now, in this table, he keep on arranging the elements by the increasing order of atomic masses. So, by the time of Mendeleev, inert gases were not known. No inert gases. Inert gases were not known. Okay. Inert gases were not known. There are no inert gases. So only 63 elements were known, and the last element is 92nd. Okay. Atomic number, last element's atomic number is 92. That means there are so many elements missing in between atomic number 1 and 92. Altogether there should be only 63 elements. Okay. See, the first element is hydrogen. Okay. And next to hydrogen is, while arranging the elements, he follow these orders. Increasing order of atomic numbers. The first priority is given to increasing order of atomic numbers, and next priority is given to chemical properties, and next priority is given to valency. So by considering these 3 points, he arranged the elements in the periodic table. First he arranged hydrogen, which is having the least atomic weight, and the element with the next atomic weight is lithium. So he should arrange lithium here. But while arranging the elements, he not only considered atomic weights, he also considered the chemical properties also. See, the hydrogen and lithium, they are showing somewhat similar chemical properties. Hence, he removed this lithium from here and kept hydrogen and lithium as a group. That means the lithium, it was placed below hydrogen because these two are showing similar properties. That means he arranged the elements which show similar properties in a particular vertical column known as group. That means these two elements, they belong to same group. What is the next element? Beryllium. So after lithium, the higher element, the element with the higher atomic mass is beryllium. Okay. Next to beryllium should be boron, and next to boron it is carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Okay, fluorine. But after fluorine there is no element. There is no element. I mean, there is no inert gas. After fluorine it should be neon, but there is no neon. Neon was not discovered. Okay. Next is potassium, calcium. He left a gap. Next, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. And here in this one slot only, one cell. So this is called as a cell or slot. Slot or cell. In the same slot or in the same cell, he arranged three elements: iron, cobalt, nickel. He arranged three elements in the same slot, in the same cell. Okay. After this, sorry, one element is missing. So after fluorine it should be sodium. Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. So again, let it be. So no need of filling all these things. Simply he keep on arranging the elements in this fashion. That means according to increasing order of atomic masses. So if elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses like this, what happened? The properties of the elements, when they are arranged in increasing order of atomic masses, the properties of the elements are periodic functions. That means repeated. The properties of the elements are repeated while arranging the elements in the increasing order of atomic masses. So after fluorine, what should be? Sodium. So actually sodium should be kept here, but as sodium is having similar properties with lithium and lithium, so it was kept below, the sodium was kept below lithium because these two show similar properties. Okay, that means he followed atomic weights increasing order. At the same time, he considered the chemical properties also. So like this, so when elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses, the properties are repeated. So the properties will repeat. So that is the meaning of this periodic law. So based on this periodic law, he constructed this his periodic table, and his periodic table is also known as short form of periodic table. Short form of periodic table. Okay, short form of periodic table. In the short form of periodic table constructed by Mendeleev, there are 8 groups. 8 groups. Okay, they are denoted by Roman numbering. They are denoted by Roman numbering like this. Each and every group, it is divided into 2 subgroups. Subgroup A, subgroup B. Okay, subgroup A, subgroup B. Subgroup A, subgroup B. So, 8th group is not divided into subgroups. 8th group is not divided into subgroups. Up to 7 groups he divided into subgroups. Okay. So like this he arranged the elements. And he said that elements which belong to a particular subgroup, for example, this is first A subgroup and this is first B subgroup. Okay, the elements which belong to a particular subgroup, they show they show maximum similar property. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Okay, so francium was not known at this time, right? And look here, if you consider the periods, there are 7 periods. So first 3 periods they contain only one element in one slot. One slot contains only one element. Every slot contains one element only. Okay. From the 4th period onwards, so every slot contains 2 elements. So actually it should be copper, silver and gold. Copper, silver and gold. Okay. Copper, silver and gold like this. Here it should be calcium, zinc. Okay. And he left a gap here. It should be aluminum here. He left a gap. Okay. And yttrium. Here yttrium. Okay. So like this, he left some gaps. Here and there he left some gaps. Okay. So this is the way how he arranged the elements in the periodic table. From 4th period onwards, every period it is having, every cell, every period contains two elements in every cell. Up to 3rd period it is okay, but from 4th period onwards, so every 4th period is again divided into two rows. So first row of elements, second row of elements like this. every period. So it is called as odd row and even row. Odd row, even row. Odd row, even row of elements. Even row of elements, odd row of elements, like this he arranged. See, he corrected atomic weights of few elements. For example, beryllium, its atomic weight was known as 13.5. Beryllium's atomic weight was considered as 13.5 because previous scientists before Mendeleev, beryllium atomic weight was considered as 35. But Mendeleev has changed the atomic weight of beryllium to 9 because this weight is wrong. So incorrect weight. So suppose if beryllium's weight is 13.5, then beryllium should be placed after carbon because carbon mass is 12. As carbon's atomic mass is 12, so beryllium's mass is 13.5. So beryllium should be placed after carbon. Beryllium should be placed after carbon somewhere here. Somewhere here that beryllium should come. But when, so for example, when beryllium he placed here, initially he placed beryllium here only, and after placing the beryllium here and after filling that periodic table, so the elements which are present along with the beryllium, phosphorus, arsenic and so on, so these elements should match with the beryllium in their chemical properties, because he said that all the elements which belong to a particular subgroup, they show similar chemical properties. So when beryllium was placed here along with phosphorus, arsenic and some other elements, this beryllium is not showing similar properties with the other members of its group. As beryllium is not showing similar properties, so the place of beryllium should be changed. He thought that beryllium is placed wrongly. But the mass of beryllium is 13.5. It should come after carbon. So then he felt into a confusion. He got a confusion. Then slowly he make up himself, and finally came with some ideas. He came to know that the beryllium's atomic mass was wrong. It was wrongly calculated. Actually, to calculate the atomic masses, atomic weight or atomic masses, so scientists, we use one formula. What is that formula? Atomic weight is equal to equivalent weight into valence. Equivalent weight. So equivalent weight into valence. What is equivalent weight? Every element has its own equivalent weight, and this equivalent weight is obtained by experimentally. It is obtained by experimental. It is an experimental value. It is an experimental value. So as it is an experimental value, it should be correct value. Then where should be the mistake? Then the mistake should be at the valency. So actually in the experiments, the equivalent weight of beryllium was known to be 4.5, and its valency was calculated as 3. Why the valency of beryllium was treated as 3? Because beryllium, it is showing its properties with aluminum. The properties of beryllium are similar with the properties of aluminum in many respects. As the properties of beryllium are similar with the properties of aluminum in many respects, the previous scientists, they thought that as the valency of aluminum is 3, beryllium's valency must also should be 3, they thought. Because the properties of beryllium are matching. The properties of beryllium are matching with the properties of aluminum. So with that idea, the previous scientists, they have assumed the valency of beryllium to be 3. They have assumed the valence of beryllium as 3. So with that idea, they have calculated the atomic weight as 13.5. But this is wrong. This is wrong. So finally, Mendeleev has corrected the valency of beryllium to be 2. So finally, he came to know that the beryllium's valency is 2, it is not 3. Immediately he changed the valency and finally he recorrected the atomic weight and finally he got it as 9. He got the atomic weight as 9. Now, with atomic weight 9, so beryllium should be placed before carbon only, because carbon's atomic mass is 12, beryllium's atomic mass is 9 and boron's atomic mass is 11. So that means beryllium should be placed here, that means before boron only. So that is why he placed beryllium here. Okay, so he didn't keep beryllium here and simply he changed the place of the beryllium here only. And here he kept nitrogen. Nitrogen is showing similarity with these elements. Beryllium, when it was kept here in the subgroup 2A, so the beryllium was placed. So beryllium is showing similar properties with its other group members. So that means beryllium was given a right position now by considering its atomic mass as 9. So beryllium was given a correct place. So like this, Mendeleev has corrected the atomic weights of many elements. The main 3 important elements atomic weights he corrected was beryllium, indium and gold. So these are the main 3 elements where he corrected the atomic weights, and even some other elements atomic weights are also calculated, but to a little extent their atomic weights were differing. But here these elements, they are differing in their atomic weights in large extent. So that is why, so these 3 elements were known to be prominent elements where atomic weights were corrected by Mendeleev. So generally we will discuss that these are the 3 elements which were corrected by whose atomic weights were corrected by Mendeleev. Okay, beryllium, indium and gold. And one more thing. So that means, so he corrected the atomic weights. So this was one of his achievement. Okay. And another achievement we will discuss now. He left a few gaps. Why did he leave gap here? Many other places, at many other places, he left gaps. See, he know only 63 elements, but up to atomic number 92. That means many elements should miss. There should be many missing elements. He could able to identify those elements. For example, he left a gap here. Somewhere here he left a gap. and he said that he has calculated the atomic mass of this element. He has calculated the atomic mass of this element, and he said that that element is not missing. So we know only 63 elements, and one element should be placed here. Not the element which should be placed here, it is not present in these 63 elements. That element is not yet discovered. So in the future, scientists will discover that element, he said. And he said that temporarily he gave the name to that place. He left the place as it is, and temporarily he has given a name to that gap as Eka boron. Eka boron. That means one element after boron, after one element. So he is leaving a gap. So this gap should be occupied by Eka boron, he said. So in future, this Eka boron is not yet discovered by the time of Mendeleev. That Eka boron is not present. And he said that in the future, scientists will discover this element. And he said that I am giving temporarily the name to this gap as Eka boron, and he has given the properties, he has given the chemical properties of that element. Chemical properties of that elements are also was predicted. It was predicted. What is the meaning of predicted? Predicted means foretell. Foretell. What is the meaning of foretell? Foretell means munde uhinchi cheppadam. That means, so without to tell the things before only. Okay, foretell. Foretell means munde uhinchi cheppadam. So he has explained the chemical properties of the unknown element. This element was not known, but even that element is not known, he has explained the chemical properties of the unknown element. That's what the greatness of Mendeleev. Okay, that means there are so many missing elements in his periodic table, but he gave names to those elements, particularly to the three elements, to the three gaps, or else for the three missing elements, he has given the names temporarily. Eka boron, Eka boron, Eka aluminum, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon, Eka silicon, Eka silicon, Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon. Okay, particularly these three gaps, there are so many gaps, but particularly for these three gaps, he has given names. So these are the temporary names for those gaps. These elements were not yet discovered by the time of Mendeleev. But later on, scientists, the new scientists, the upcoming scientists, with the encouragement of this periodic table, the upcoming scientists, they thought that so there should be some element here. Why I should not discover that element? Okay, so with that idea, the new coming scientists, they discovered the element which is present, which should be present in this gap, and they named it as scandium. Scandium. Finally, the element was discovered, and it was named as scandium. And the properties of scandium, were given by the new scientists. The properties given by the new scientist, the properties given by the new scientist of this scandium, it was showing exactly the properties which was told by Mendeleev. the properties are exactly matching. That's what the accuracy the Mendeleev has maintained, and that was the real work the Mendeleev has done. It's a very tremendous work because the element was not known by the time of Mendeleev, but he has given the properties of the unknown element, and though all the properties were exactly matching with the element after its discovery. So it was very great thing. Okay, so even Eka aluminum was discovered, and it was named as gallium. It was named as gallium, and Eka silicon was named as germanium. So like this, Mendeleev has predicted the properties of unknown elements, and he left gaps. So he left gaps. So before the scientist before Mendeleev, Newland also, he tried to arrange the elements in the form of a table, but he didn't leave any gaps. So that's why Newland's classification was not accepted by the scientist. But Mendeleev, he left gaps for the unknowing elements. So that is the greatness of Mendeleev. Not only leaving the gaps, he also predicted the properties of those elements which should be filled in those gaps. So like this, he corrected the atomic weights of few elements, and also he left a few gaps. He left a few gaps in order to accommodate for the missing elements. Okay, so here and there he left gaps. Next thing is again we'll come back to our discussion. So in this fourth period, so in a single slot, he arranged three elements: iron, cobalt, nickel. Okay. Next in the here, he arranged ruthenium, rhodium, palladium. Ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, iridium, platinum. So like this. That means in a single slot, he arranged more than one element. Particularly, so this eighth group, it is having only 3 slots with electrons. Sorry, with 3 slots with elements. So all other slots were left unoccupied, left gaps. I mean, not filled. So he called these 3 elements as a transitional triad. He called those 3 elements as a transitional triad. Transitional triads. How many transitional triads are there? So this is the first transitional triad, this is the second transitional triad, third transitional triad. Triad means a group of 3 elements. So these 3 elements was considered as the first triad, second transitional triad, third transitional triad. So why he gave transitional triads the name to those elements? Because he thought that only these elements were transitional elements. He considered that only these elements were transitional elements and no other element is transitional element. But in reality, there are so many transitional elements which were kept in the other part of the periodic table. This is a transitional element, this is transitional element, this is transitional element, this is transition. So like this, there are so many transitional elements which are spread throughout the periodic table, but he don't know that those elements are transitional elements. He considered only these elements as the transitional elements, and he said that transitional elements were given a separate group. He said, I have given all the transitional elements a separate group, and he said that all the transitional elements I have made into 3 transitional triads, he said. But in reality, there are so many other transitional elements also which were spread throughout the periodic table. Okay. One more thing. So this is about the transitional triads. One more thing. He, at some places, for example, somewhere, so actually there should be tellurium and iodine here. Let us consider the atomic masses of tellurium and iodine. Atomic mass of tellurium is 127.6 and iodine it is 126.9. So the atomic mass of which one is greater? Tellurium is greater than iodine, but he placed tellurium before iodine. Though atomic mass of tellurium is greater than iodine, tellurium was placed before iodine and iodine was placed after tellurium. What is the reason? See, actually he tried to keep iodine here and tellurium here, but when tellurium was placed here, what happened? The properties of tellurium, it is not matching with the properties of other elements in the same subgroup. He said that all the elements when placed in the same subgroup, they should match their properties in their properties. But here, when tellurium was placed in this place, it is not matching with the chemical properties with other members of its group. And even iodine is also not matching when it is placed here with the other members of its group. He thought that to check the iodine properties by keeping here. So he kept iodine. Instead of keeping iodine here, he kept iodine. And again he started studying the properties of the elements. So when iodine was placed here, so the properties of iodine was matching with the properties of other members in the group. And he kept tellurium here and found that the tellurium's properties are matching with the oxygen, sulfur and so on. So that means he exchanged he interchanged the elements here and there. Not only tellurium and iodine, there are so many other elements also which he exchanged their places. For example, potassium, argon, cobalt, nickel. Okay, so some other elements he changed the places. Why did he exchange the places? And here this tellurium and iodine were exchanged their places, and such elements, though such elements are said to be anomalous pairs. Anomalous pairs. There are so many anomalous pairs in the Mendeleev periodic table. What is the meaning of anomalous pair? Anomalous pair means different arrangement. A pair of elements which are arranged differently. is said to be anomalous pair. Yes, because all the other elements, they were arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses. But here, these two elements are arranged in the reverse order of their atomic masses. Hence, this arrangement is anomalous arrangement. That means different arrangement. At all other places, the elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses. But here, these two elements, they are arranged in the reverse order of their atomic masses. Hence, these two elements are said to be anomalous pairs. This is also another anomalous pair. This is also another anomalous pair, and so on. There are so many anomalous pairs in the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so like this, he found he placed there are so many anomalous pairs also in the periodic table. That was his mistake. That was his mistake. Demerit. Okay. And one more thing. See, he arranged some of the elements. He arranged manganese, let us assume manganese. Okay, let it be. See, he kept actually he said that elements belonging to a particular group will show they will show resemblance. He said resemblance means somewhat similarity. He said that elements belonging to a particular group will show resemblance, and he also said that elements belong to a particular subgroup, they show more resemblance. Okay, but here the manganese is placed along with fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and so on in the group, in seventh group. Why he placed manganese in seventh group only? Because manganese, its valency is 7, and fluorine, chlorine, bromine, their valency is also 7. Already we have discussed that he considered atomic weights, chemical properties, and valencies also for construction of this periodic table. He grouped all the elements which show similar valency into the same group. So with that idea, manganese was placed in seventh group. All the elements which are placed in the seventh group, they show similar valency 7. As manganese valency is 7, hence it was placed along with fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. But one thing we have to remember, that fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, these are non-metals, whereas manganese is a metal. The properties of non-metals are entirely different from the properties of metal. That means the properties of manganese are entirely different from the properties of other elements. That means manganese was placed wrongly in seventh group. That means manganese were placed. That means the dissimilar elements are placed together. So that is one of the defect of Mendeleev periodic table. In Mendeleev periodic table, dissimilar elements are also placed in the same group. It should not be done. It is against the periodic law, because periodic law says that there should be repetition of the properties. When elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic weights, there should be repetition of properties. That means when So here manganese, all these elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses. But here the properties are not repeated. The properties are differing. So that means manganese is placed wrongly. It should not be placed along with these group members. That means there are dissimilar elements placed together. Dissimilar elements are placed together. Even let us see here also. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So copper, silver, gold and all this. The properties of copper, silver and gold, they are different from the properties of these elements, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Because copper, silver, gold, they are hard metals, but these are soft metals. These are soft metals and these are hard metals. They should not be placed together. But he placed copper, silver, gold along with lithium, sodium, potassium in the same group, first group. So this is also wrong. That means the properties of copper, silver, gold are not matching exactly with the properties of lithium, sodium, potassium. That means dissimilar elements were placed together. Why did he place these elements along with this? Because copper, its valence is 1, silver, valence is 1, gold, its valence is 1. Even lithium, sodium, potassium, their valencies are also 1. As he considered valency also while arranging the elements, so here he placed dissimilar elements together. And one more thing, he forget to place the similar elements together. Here and there, the similar elements were separated because the transitional elements were separate. Other transitional elements were separated from these transitional elements. See, copper shows somewhat similar properties with these group members. Copper somewhat shows similar properties with these group members, but copper was placed here and these elements were placed here. That means elements which show some similar properties, they were separated away from each other. That is also one of the mistake in the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so like this, the Mendeleev periodic table was constructed. Mendeleev has constructed his first period. This is considered as the first periodic table. There are so many defects. And one more thing, he placed hydrogen at 2 places. Hydrogen at 2 places. So no element should be repeated in the periodic table. But hydrogen is repeated. It is kept at 2 places. That is also one of the defects. And one more thing, isotopes. Let us study about isotopes. What are isotopes? Isotopes are atoms of same element. Atoms of same element having different atomic weights or else different atomic masses. Such atoms are said to be isotopes. Example, chlorine has 2 isotopes. So chlorine 1735, chlorine 1737. So these are the 2 isotopes of chlorine. So chlorine has 2 isotopes, 35 and 37. They belong to same element chlorine only, but their masses are different. Such elements are said to be isotopes. Such atoms are said to be isotopes. So if you observe the isotopes of this chlorine, as their masses are differing, this chlorine should be kept at one place and this chlorine should be kept at some other place, because this chlorine should come first before this chlorine, because they are differing in atomic masses. That means the same chlorine should be placed at two different places. Somewhere at two different places the chlorine should be placed. If the chlorine is placed at two different places, then it will be mistake, it will be wrong, it will be demerit, because no element should be kept at two places. Hence, what happened? He didn't keep chlorine at two places. That is also one of the mistake. Because if he keep chlorine at two places, it is mistake. And if he didn't keep chlorine at two places, then also it will be mistake. Because if these two elements, if these two atoms are not kept at different places, it will be defect. It will be defect. Why? Because they possess different atomic masses. So Mendeleev has got a confusion whether to keep chlorine at different places or not. So such a confusion he got. That means he did not maintain isotopes. He didn't give any idea about isotopes in his periodic table. Okay, because isotopes possess different atomic masses, they should be placed, all isotopes, they should be placed at different places. All isotopes of a same element should be placed at different places, but he didn't follow that thing. So that is also one of the defects, because he didn't say anything about the isotopes. When the discussion about isotope was with the discussion of about isotopes, he kept silent. Okay, so like this, the position of isotopes is also one of the defect in the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so like this, there are so many merits and even demerits also in the Mendeleev periodic table. What are the merits? What are the merits? Merits means achievements. Achievements are, he corrected the atomic weights, he found the anomalous pairs also. And limitation. Limitation is again anomalous pairs. Anomalous pairs means, so these two are examples for anomalous pairs. That is one of the defect. And isotopes is one of the defect. He did not consider the isotopes while arranging the elements. That is one of the defect. And also he placed dissimilar elements together. It is also another defect. So like this, the Mendeleev periodic table, it is having defects also. Okay. So that is why, as the Mendeleev periodic table is having so many defects. And one more thing, lanthanides, and actinides. Lanthanides are the 14 elements. Lanthanides are 14 elements. Okay, lanthanides are the 14 elements. All the 14 elements will show similar properties. He didn't separate lanthanides. He didn't separate lanthanides from the periodic table. In the original periodic table, lanthanides and actinides were placed in the Mendeleev periodic table. In the original periodic table. But later, inert gases were discovered. After Mendeleev has presented his periodic table, inert gases were discovered. Now, with the discovery of inert gases, the Mendeleev periodic table, now it has got one more group. One more group was added to Mendeleev periodic table. In order to accommodate inert gases also, one more group was accommodated. One more group was added to the Mendeleev periodic table in order to accommodate only the inert gases. So only inert gases, a separate group was allotted after the the Mendeleev periodic table, original periodic table was modified and included the inert gases also in the periodic table. In the original periodic table, those inert gases are not there. So, and he gave 0 numbering to the inert gases group. So, inert gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So, inert gases were discovered. After the presentation of the original periodic table, inert gases were discovered, and later on, so the Mendeleev periodic table was modified by keeping the inert gases also as by introducing one more column in the periodic table. Now, the modified Mendeleev periodic table is having 9 columns or else 9 groups. In the modified periodic table, lanthanides and actinides were separated from the. Now, in the modified periodic table, the lanthanides and actinides were the elements. Actually, in the original periodic table, lanthanides and actinides were included in the main periodic table, main block only. But in the modified periodic table, lanthanides and actinides were separated from the main body, and they were placed below the periodic table. So the 14 elements first row and the 14 elements second row. The first row of elements are called as lanthanides, and the second row of elements are called as actinides. Okay, lanthanides and actinides. So in the original periodic table, these lanthanides and actinides were included in the main block only, in the main table only. But in the modified periodic table, so these were separated from the main table and was kept below the table, because these elements, these 14 elements, they show similar properties, and the properties of these elements, they are not matching with the properties of these elements, and they were separated from the periodic table and were kept at the bottom. And even actinides also, they show similar properties. Hence, lanthanides and actinides, as the properties of these elements are not matching with the properties of other elements in the table, so they were taken out from the table and kept separately below the table. So like this, even then, there are so many defects in the Mendeleev periodic table. So that is why this Mendeleev periodic table was rejected by the scientists. What are the defects in the Mendeleev periodic table? Mainly the position of isotopes, anomalous pairs, okay, and the grouping of dissimilar elements together. So like this, there are so many defects in the Mendeleev periodic table. So that is why this Mendeleev periodic table was rejected. Even the position of hydrogen is also wrong. So that is also one of the defects. So that is why the Mendeleev periodic table was rejected by the scientists. And now the scientists were looking for a new periodic table. Okay. So after Mendeleev So what has happened, we will learn in the next video.